in 1991 forced her to retire from the stage. Her accolades ranged from the first woman to be named Billboard magazine's Man of the Year for country music in 1966 to a National Medal of Arts presented by President Bush in 1992. Her greatest gift, however, was the ability to make people laugh. Stormy Warren looks back at the career of Sarah Cannon.
In the 50s, Minnie Pearl's mother and sisters surprised her as a part of a This Is Your Life episode. They were the ones who had encouraged her, practically from birth, to become an entertainer.
What you got to say, Derry?
Oh, this is so much fun!
Me and Uncle Nabob went fishing yesterday, and I caught a eel that was 8 foot long.
8 foot long eel?
8 foot long.
Oh, now.
From the age of 28, Sarah Ophelia Cawley played this country cousin on the Opry stage.
My brother, he's the finest old boy. He had a new mule, and he couldn't get the mule in the barn because the mule's ears was too long, and brother was sawing off the top of the barn door to get the mule in the barn. I said, well, it's a dirt floor. Why don't you just dig a trench and take the mule in that way? Brother said it ain't his legs that's too long, it's his ears.
And you know, I look back on it now, and I think, just think how fortunate that was that I named her Minnie Pearl, because it's a simple name, and I just made it up out of my own head and had enough wood left over to make a picket fence.
Her cornball jokes and stories about an imaginary hometown became her key to success.
People live a long time at Grinder Switch, where I come from. Well, if they don't live a long time, it seems like a long time.
Plus, her simple costume with its trademark hat and price tag made her one of America's most recognized celebrities.
The price tag was happened as an accident. I got some flowers at the 10-cent store one afternoon, and I put them on my hat, didn't remove the price tag, forgot it, and it was up on top of the hat. Then I got to jumping around at the Opry, and the price tag fell down. Now I put my price tags on with a safety pin so I can give them to people if they ask.
In 1989, Minnie moved her museum to the Opryland Park, right next door to her friend Roy Acuff's museum.
I'm just so proud to be here.
All around me are the expressions of love, and the part of my life that started, some of these pictures and some of this memorabilia goes back 50 years. And it's really a feeling of being with all that I feel when I sit down. But I never thought I was going to do comedy. I thought I was going to do something else in show business. I sang a little, danced a little, and I was just enamored. I was bent all out of shape about show business. I was determined I was going to be in show business.
In 1994, Minnie was honored with probably the most important award of her career, induction into the Comedy Hall of Fame. To this day, she is the only comic in the Country Music Hall of Fame.
Thank you very much. We have so little time, and I can just say one more time, thank you to all of you, all the people who made this possible. Thank you, and God bless you. I love you, everyone.
But despite her awards and accolades, Minnie never lost touch with her humble roots.
A child asked me one time for my autograph, and I said, why do you want it? And she said, because you're a celebrity. And I told her, I said, the neighbor that you have next door to you that's kind and good to his family, makes an honest living, brings it all home, and takes care of his family, he's a celebrity.
Sarah Cannon was 83.
My life is busy. I'm not the hermit crab. I go all over. But MCI Friends and Family's calling card discount only covered my calls to home. So I got AT&T True Reach Savings. It's the only way I can save 25% on every type of call on my AT&T phone bill, no matter who I call in the U.S.
AT&T True Reach Savings. Save 25% when you spend just $25 a month.
I never stop. Why should my savings?
AT&T True Reach Savings. That's your true choice. AT&T.
Kibbles and bits, kibbles and bits. Why, thank you. I'm gonna get me some kibbles and bits. Kibbles and bits, kibbles and bits. Below me, I just can't resist.
No dog can resist kibbles and bits, for only Kibbles and Bits has all those delectable bits with the taste of chicken and beef. Kibbles and Bits is served, madam.
Out of my way, Bubba! I want bits!
Dogs go to bits over Kibbles and Bits.
Pardon me.
Got to have my Country Weekly.
Country Weekly magazine is packed with everything you want to know about country's biggest stars. This week, find out why country radio doesn't play Merle Haggard, George Jones, Willie Nelson, and others. Join Crook and Chase on their new TV show and visit the Daytona 500 with David Lee Murphy. Country Weekly's on sale now at supermarket checkouts everywhere.
Got to have my Country Weekly.
It's country, and it's weekly.
Try the Olive Garden's spicy new shrimp fra diavolo. Sautéed shrimp, a spicy sauce of hot red peppers, onions, and garlic, all brought together in a fiery crescendo of Italian flavors. With free salad and breadsticks, just $8.95 at the Olive Garden.
Some people have no trouble cleaning between their teeth. For the rest of us, there's Crest Complete. Fits between to get teeth clean.
This thing about my brother has got to be the thing.
Minnie Pearl was part of the Hee Haw cast for 20 years. That exposure and her performances for audiences all over the world won her a legion of fans. Terry Bumgarner talked to some of Minnie's more famous admirers as the country music community began to deal with the loss of a beloved friend.
We're remembering cousin Minnie Pearl.
At WSM, the home of the Grand Ole Opry, and therefore Minnie Pearl's home for 50 years, they devoted the entire day to her. They remembered her with their own stories, with phone calls from regular listeners and celebrities, and with her vintage recordings.
You know, I've been scared every time I've ever come up here to Nashville, Tennessee from Grinder's Switch. 22 years ago, I was scared when I come up here. I was scared something would happen to me. Now I'm scared it won't.
Of course, the folks at WSM were by no means the only ones celebrating Minnie's life. She was a friend of virtually everyone in the country music community, and her fellow stars were certainly thinking of her today.
I didn't hear about Minnie's death until early this morning, and I think it's kind of fitting that it's a gloomy, rainy day in Nashville, because I think it's kind of a gloomy and rainy day in all of our hearts.
Well, when I got the message that she'd passed away, I kind of felt like you walked to one corner of the house and kicked one of the cornerstones out from under the house. That's what she means to me.
She was always there for me whenever I needed her, and she would say the right things. Her wisdom as a person was just, you can't compare it to... She was the only person that I've ever known that never has one negative word been said about.
Like the Olympic flame, she kept the torch burning for comedy in country music and country entertainment for many, many years.
From the moment she met us, we were just rookie little reporters on the country music scene. She opened her arms, literally and figuratively, and just embraced everything we did and kept telling us, you're really good for country music. You know what you're doing. She made you feel good.
She was a wonderful person and a very, very intelligent woman and a hard-working woman and probably one of the greatest women ever in country music.
I guess that really the bottom line, if there is a bottom line, that she was in this world with lots of class.
I miss her to pieces, but in a way, I went to see her in the nursing home a few weeks ago, and I think she's a lot happier where she is right now.
I feel like her character, Minnie Pearl, will live on forever. But her as a person, Sarah Cannon, she was just one of the genuine people, most genuine people I've ever met. Not only did she do this in her industry, but she did it as a person.
Minnie will be long remembered after most of us are gone. Historians will look back and study the impact of cousin Minnie Pearl.
I love to quote her husband, Henry, because he said it best, and I heard him say it so many times, that when God created Minnie, he said he must have just sat back and buffed his nails. She was the best.
One of Sarah Cannon's co-workers and friends, Roy Clark, said in a statement, Minnie Pearl had the kind of talent we're all striving for, and her heart was as big as her talent. I had a great visit with her a few months ago. We'll miss her terribly. And friend Dolly Parton sent this touching statement. We have lost a wonderful person, entertainer, and friend, and we will miss her. But I can just imagine the smile on God's face when Minnie Pearl showed up in heaven saying, howdy, I'm just so proud to be here. Believe it or not, when Sarah Cannon made her first appearance on the Grand Ole Opry, she wasn't a country music fan. She preferred jazz. But as Lisa Young tells us, it didn't take long for the music and the Mother Church to win her over.
You know Uncle, don't you?
Yes.
Well, you know, Uncle, he's not a failure. He's in big feet.
Sarah Cannon's alter ego came to life about 25 years after her own birth. Cousin Minnie was a combination of the people and the stories Sarah had run into while pursuing the dream of becoming an actress.
When I first started out as Minnie Pearl, see, I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be a serious, dramatic actress. Like Katharine Hepburn, the calla lilies are in bloom again. I just knew I someday would be an actress. But the Lord never intended for me to be an actress. The Lord intended for me to be a comic.
She first appeared on the Opry stage on November 7th, 1940. Her audience included many of Nashville's homeless who had paid a quarter for 4 hours worth of warmth.
And then I came out and I said to my mother, who was backstage waiting to take me home, and I said, how did you think I sounded? We had nothing to go by because it's the first time I'd ever been before a microphone. And I said, how was it? And Mama said, several people woke up.
And what a wake-up call it was. Her first appearance generated over 250 fan mail letters. And by the next weekend, not only was Cousin Minnie invited back, but she was also asked to become an Opry member.
I thought it was a wonderful show, and I was very, very impressed with the people, but I didn't know it would be here this long.
It wasn't long before the lady from Grinder's switch with the $1.98 straw hat proved to be priceless.
I bring back the old times when life was safe and slow, and people closed the door against the world on Saturday night, and everybody was in, and they were studying their Sunday school lessons and taking their baths, and I don't know, it was a safe world, warm, secure.
Part of that warmth can be attributed to Sarah's father. Although he died before he could hear his daughter on the Opry, he knew of the character and told Sarah to always keep Minnie Pearl kind. Sarah and her husband Henry Cannon were married for over 49 years, and their love served as an example to many in the music business. But their relationship didn't begin with love at first sight. After two friends introduced them in 1946, it seemed the two would never get together. But all that changed one cold night in December when Henry planted a surprise kiss on Miss Collie.
I certainly had never met anyone like Minnie until I met her, and we didn't. I'm going to say we didn't wait. We didn't wait a long time to decide what we wanted to do. You know.
In fact, just hours after that first kiss, the two were already telling friends of their plans to wed. Sarah recalled the whirlwind decision in her autobiography. Henry tells people that he never had any doubt from the first kiss that we were going to marry and that it was going to last. I was not so certain. My mind told me I had gone stark raving mad, but my heart kept saying this is it. The couple made their love official at a Nashville church on February 23rd, 1947.
He's the funniest man I ever married. And he's the cutest man I ever married. He's the nicest man I ever met, and the reason I married him first was because I fell in love with him, and the second reason I married him was because he is the most wonderful respecter of other people's dignity.
We've been very fortunate, and it's been a lot of fun.
Minnie Pearl, an autobiography, was printed by Simon & Schuster in 1980. It went out of print in 1993, but you may be able to find a copy in used bookstores.
I want to see the fortunate take care of the unfortunate.
TNN Country News remembers Sarah Cannon's community involvement and her induction into the Comedy Hall of Fame when we return.
Introducing Candle Scents from Glade.
A warmth aglow, lift my spirits, take it slow. Simple joys, memories made, light up candle scents from Glade.
Warm, inviting fragrances like peach, vanilla, and country garden.
Simple joys, memories made, light up candle scents from Glade.
New Candle Scents, fresh from Glade. S.C. Johnson Wax.
Kibbles and bits, kibbles and bits. Why, thank you. I'm gonna get me some kibbles and bits. Kibbles and bits, kibbles and bits. Below me, I just can't resist.
No dog can resist Kibbles and Bits, for only Kibbles and Bits has all those delectable bits with the taste of chicken and beef. Kibbles and Bits is served, madam.
Out of my way, Bubba! I want bits!
Dogs go to bits over Kibbles and Bits.
Pardon me.
Want your toilet really clean? Pouring Clorox bleach after every flush. Or better yet, drop Clorox Automatic Toilet Cleaner in your tank. It cleans with the power of Clorox bleach every time you flush. Clorox Automatic.
Sinbad puts it on catfish, Anne Rice, scrambled eggs, Dan Aykroyd, everything humans can consume. So what do you put it on?
Yow!
Tabasco.
More relief than the regular strength of Bayer or Tylenol. Anacin, when you've really got a headache.
The face looks familiar, but have you brought home the new menu from KFC? Like Colonel's Crispy Strips, tender strips of all white meat chicken. Or the chunky chicken pot pie, fresh from the oven. Either one in a combo meal, now just $3.99. That should put a smile on your face.
On the next Dukes of Hazzard. A new Duke comes to Hazard County.
Jim Stewart Duke, up you son of a gun!
The Dukes of Hazzard, tomorrow at 4 Eastern on TNN.
Children, particularly in this day and age, don't understand why the price tag, what the significance of the price tag is. The significance of the price tag is that in the country where I was born and raised, if you got anything new, most of the time you had to use hand-me-downs from your older sisters.
Sure.
But if you got anything new, you were so excited about it, you wanted to wear it out of the store.
That was from a Crook and Chase show that aired in 1987. Sarah Cannon was associated with many charities throughout the years. She may be best known as the Opry's most famous comedian with the trademark price tag on her hat. But she also did a lifetime of work for others. Jan Snyder has more.
I want to tell you something about show business, and I don't know that anybody cares about what I think about show business, but almost every time, anybody who's been around very long in our business has some wonderful qualities, aside from what they do on stage.
Miss Minnie could have been talking about herself. Before her stroke, she helped the American Cancer Society, the Heart Association, United Way, the March of Dimes, and many other causes. She credits her mother for that giving spirit.
Mama was always in there after causes. She started the Eastern Star. She helped head the committee to build the church. She was president of the PTA, president of this, that, and the other. She was, Mama was a mover and a shaker when women were really not all that involved in civic affairs. But she was an incredible lady.
But everybody's trying to get thin, and Miss Lizzie's had her face lifted.
Really?
Yeah.
How's she looking?
Well, they stretched her face so far now. Every time she blinks her eyes, she pulls her stockings up.
Humor and humanitarianism were naturals for this country girl.
Volunteerism is something that goes back to helping a fellow when his barn burns down, or helping a fellow that falls out of the loft and breaks his leg to feed his cattle and take care of his children. I mean, it's basic, it's fundamental, and I think most people feel that way.
Humility was also part of Minnie's makeup.
Now, you've been called a lot of things in your career.
I certainly have.
How does humanitarian sound to you?
It sounds awful ambitious, awful grand, too much so. I don't know what humanitarian really means. I guess it means that somewhere along the line you tried, and maybe a few places succeeded, I hope.
Perhaps one of Minnie Pearl's greatest gifts was her ability to make people laugh wherever she went. Even though she was humble about her humor, Stormy Warren tells us her fans and the entertainment world knew she was one of the best.
He said, "What's the matter with that boy? He's got spots all over his face. Has he got smallpox?" And I said, "No, brother ain't got the smallpox. We just been trying to learn him to eat with a fork."
Sarah Cannon never planned to be a comic. It just happened.
And I had the costume on, and I started to say howdy to those people. All of a sudden, I had a sort of a metamorphosis, and I felt like Minnie Pearl. I was Minnie Pearl.
I don't want to hurt nobody because I know what it is to be hurt. It may not show, but love has kicked me in the face.
It shows, all right. Minnie Pearl was blessed with a talent that kept audiences in stitches for 5 decades.
He said, "Have you ever been bedridden?" "Oh, Lord, yes," she said. Hundreds of times and once in a buggy.
In April of 1994, she received the highest honor in comedy.
Our dear friend, cousin Minnie Pearl, is going into the new Comedy Hall of Fame.
She became the first female to receive that recognition. Since she was in ill health, her pal George Goober Lindsay accepted the award on her behalf.
Although she's gone now, what a celebration of what she taught all of us who try to be comedians.
I'm proud, I've been glad. But most of all, I'm proud she's a him.
I just like to see people be happy.
As we go to break, enjoy this priceless moment from a benefit for the American Cancer Society. Cousin Minnie takes the stage with mega comedian Robin Williams.
You have the most incredible blue eyes.
I think she wants me.
Minnie proved she could hold her own with a maniac, and Robin declared his undying love for Miss Minnie.
We want to announce we're eloping. This will be one story. Even the Inquirer's going, no.
How many lotions have you tried?
About 1 million lotions. Until I tried Jergens Ultra Healing Lotion.
Why Jergens?
It works with your skin, not just on it.
It works with your skin?
It penetrates to heal dry skin from within.
And it helps my skin seem to retain its own natural moisture.
This is great lotion. I love the way it makes my skin feel.
It's silky, it's smooth, like cashmere.
So who's good to your skin?
Jergens, Jergens, Jergens. Feel this.
Ultra Healing Lotion. Another beautiful idea from today's Jergens.
Got to have my Country Weekly.
Country Weekly magazine is packed with everything you want to know about country's biggest stars. This week, find out why country radio doesn't play Merle Haggard, George Jones, Willie Nelson, and others. Join Crook and Chase on their new TV show and visit the Daytona 500 with David Lee Murphy. Country Weekly's on sale now at supermarket checkouts everywhere.
Got to have my Country Weekly.
It's country, and it's weekly.
Feel. It's silky, it's smooth, like cashmere.
So who's good to your skin?
Jergens, Jergens, Jergens. Feel this.
Ultra Healing Lotion. Another beautiful idea from today's Jergens.
Got to have my Country Weekly.
Country Weekly magazine is packed with everything you want to know about country's biggest stars. This week, find out why country radio doesn't play Merle Haggard, George Jones, Willie Nelson, and others. Join Crook and Chase on their new TV show and visit the Daytona 500 with David Lee Murphy. Country Weekly's on sale now at supermarket checkouts everywhere.
Got to have my Country Weekly.
It's country, and it's weekly.
Well, it's all for you in Tennessee. Good times there for you and me, let's roll. Won't you come and join us? Come on and sing along. In Tennessee, we're playing your song.
Come to Tennessee, we're playing your song.
For your free Tennessee vacation guide, call 1-800-795-8300. Thank you very much.
Try the Olive Garden's spicy new shrimp fra diavolo. Sautéed shrimp, a spicy sauce of hot red peppers, onions, and garlic, all brought together in a fiery crescendo of Italian flavors. With free salad and breadsticks, just $8.95 at the Olive Garden.
Everyone wants to be the Cadbury Bunny, because only he brings delicious Cadbury cream eggs. While others may keep trying, no bunny knows Easter better than him.
She was a simple girl with big dreams. A drive to succeed led this young director to become one of country music's most loved legends. With gratitude for the many moments of laughter and happiness, TNN remembers Sarah Ophelia Colley Cannon, America's country cousin. The life and times of Minnie Pearl, tomorrow night at 8.
Tomorrow, a public memorial service will be held in Nashville for Sarah Cannon. We'll have our cameras there for a report on Wednesday's show. And watch TNN for more programming spotlighting Minnie Pearl. On March 6th, an encore presentation of the life and times of Minnie Pearl will air. This Saturday, TNN will preempt regular programming with episodes of Hee Haw featuring Minnie. Then, Opry Backstage and Grand Ole Opry Live will pay tribute to the comedy legend. Thanks for watching our special show. We'll leave you with highlights from Minnie's final appearance on the Opry's televised program back in June of 1990.
Minnie Pearl, come on, Miss Minnie Pearl. She's from the country. He said, I bet she ain't from the country. He said, I bet she don't know a goose from a gander. I turned around and I said, well, at Grinder's Switch where I come from, we don't worry. We just put them all out there together and let them figure it out for themselves.
Boy, wasn't that sweet? Mac and Bobby. It's as real as it gets. In Volume 2 of Grassroots to Bluegrass, hear Walter Bales of the pioneering Bales Brothers sing Dust on the Bible and the story of how Walter came to write it. Then prepare to be entertained by old-time fiddlers Jimmy Shoemate, Pappy Sherrill, Ramona Jones, and second-generation fiddler Eddie Stubbs. Now listen in as Little Roy Lewis and Patsy Stoneman discuss the finer points of auto harps.
I love my Arthie harp.
Ain't they neat? You want to see something? Look down in there. It's the first order harp recording, and Daddy made in 1924. He's sinking to the Titanic.
I love my harp.
They are good, aren't they?
Yes. Did you know what's so good about it? What strings do you break mostly? I break any of these. I got
hit them hard.
Yeah.
They're ready for you.
Anything that's wound, I break.
Well, if in other words, you unwind them.
They want you. I'll unwind them.
They want you in there. Sorry about that, Chief. I'll go. Ready to go?
Yeah, they just came out.
I didn't realize they were called.
I know.
Welcome to Grassroots to Bluegrass Volume 2. Listen in as Carlton Haney, the originator of the festival concept, extraordinary showman Little Roy Lewis, and bluegrass purist Melvin Goins share personal memories from the early...